comfortable lead there with 3 minutes to go. Kind of what unraveled on your guys' end to make it maybe a little bit closer than you guys wanted?
I think we just got away from what Coach V wanted. We didn't stay disciplined in the last 3 minutes. We didn't execute in turnovers.
Do you feel like that those first 7, 8 minutes of the second half, you finally got in a little bit of a rhythm offensively?
Yeah, that's what you would call it. Yeah, I think we always come out second half, we come out really strong. We try to correct what Coach wants going into the half. I think we came out exceptionally well in the second half, and defense was really solid.
April, I mean, throughout this game, do you feel like your defense kind of carried you and was a foundation, even though those shots just didn't fall?
I think so. I never looked for my offense to get me going because it's never dependable. So I always rely on my defense to get me going. It's not dependable. I'm just saying.
Just the way you helped on the boards too, and maybe some transition baskets going in the second half to create a little bit bigger lead for you guys.
Yeah, I just like to go after boards, especially defensive boards, and I didn't have that many. But yeah, just going after boards and then pushing transition.
Was there a spark offensively that finally allowed you guys to create some separation there?
I think KK and Courtney just knocking down some of the threes.
Were either one of you guys aware that Green Bay had been 8-0 in their last 8 games against Big Ten teams, or is that not even something that was talked about between the team and the coaching staff?
I mean, we knew that it was going to be tough coming in and playing on their home court because they've lost, twice on their home court. So, I mean, we knew coming in.
This April, maybe the overall game you had, what kind of stood out from your standpoint that you maybe liked about what you did tonight?
I think my pull-ups, we were prepared all week for that, to do pull-ups, and my defense.
Just how your offense has progressed here in the first 10 games. What do you like about where you're at right now?
I like that I'm not letting it get to my head anymore in the beginning. I'm just letting the game come to me, and I'm starting in close and then working my way out.
What kind of weapon, KK, can April be if she kind of continues at this pace?
I think they'll have to pressure us out. Every guard plays for the three and then for the drive. And then April's pull-up is kind of unstoppable. You just don't know, and it's just so smooth. So just having to guard her all around.
Sharon, what did you like about the defense tonight?
I thought we did a great job of keeping them between us and the basket. We really didn't have to, we weren't chasing our tail all over the place like we did against a few other teams. So I thought really did a solid job of trying not to allow them to shoot the three well, which obviously the half-court shot was tough. But we've been there because April hit a half-court shot too when the buzzer was going down. So, but 7 for 27, I thought, defensively we did well. We got to the foul line and they didn't. So we stayed out of foul trouble. We said just use our height, do not foul whatsoever, and they got to the foul line one time.
At what point did you realize this was going to be a perimeter-type game for you guys? Because post players, at least offensively, could not get anything going.
I knew it coming in, just because I know Kevin's style, and I knew that he doesn't allow a lot of penetration to get to the basket. We had opportunities early to make layups with our post players, and they didn't. So we just knew that we had to knock it down, and so all our offenses started just going around our guards, and we just had to make sure, hopefully, they'd knock them down.
Just with the way the game was going there and the fact that they weren't able to make many shots, were you surprised there at the end that they even had gotten it down to one, just because it looked like you would kind of pull away?
Oh, definitely, but we didn't execute, and down the stretch, and, but we made shots when we needed to and free throws when we needed to, but, we just got to continue to be poised, but, if they hit a big shot, hit 1 3, went straight up and straight down. I mean, those things you just know, and then the crowd gets into it. I mean, we've been on the other end of that. So, but we just stayed steady. We just always have to stay steady and stay poised, and that we're fine. And I have a lot of trust in our team that we can execute at the end, and we did finally at the very end.
Just the job he did in the second half rebounding.
Yeah, I mean, that's all we talked about. I thought Whitney just came out and dominated the second half. Rebounding, which we needed. We needed somebody boarding, and then I thought Camille played one of her best games ever. She did a great job, great presence inside. Number 3 had difficulty scoring over her. She had a key block for a stretch. So, for us to have 45 rebounds over them, that was great. We shot poorly, they didn't shoot really well. So for us, it came down to the foul line.
Sharon, it seems like you know what you have with Hauser and Moses and Wilson. Do you know yet what you have with the front court players or what
Oh,
they
yeah,
what,
no.
what they
I
can
mean,
be?
You didn't see a pretty game. If you'd seen our games beforehand, you wouldn't probably ask that question. But yeah, Whitney and Lisa and Camille do a great job inside for us. Bridget Perry and Hayden and Ashley Morsetti played a lot down against TCU and Stanford. Got a lot of good minutes, and you know, 2 freshmen with finals and our road trips are just a little fatigued. But we know exactly what we have, and you know, KK didn't score one game. And we still won by 15 or 20. Courtney was shut down one game, and we still were scoring in a variety of different ways. And I think collectively our rebounding is much better than it was last year.
Sharon, what do you like about where April's game is at right now offensively, and she rounding into that third piece on the perimeter for you?
Yeah, I mean, we need that, you know, because if, you know, they're gonna be chasing KK and Courtney around a lot, and I think her breakout game was against TCU, you know, being able to dribble and just, I mean, all she has to do is 1 or 2 dribble jump shot, and it's pretty much 80%. The shots are gonna go in, and now her 3 ball's fallen. You know, and I said that would gradually come, because she's setting everybody else up, seeing her game, but she's gotta be able to shoot more off the dribble, because that's her bread and butter, and that's what we need from her.
There are a lot of coaches that won't go to a Green Bay, won't go to Toledo, won't play Bowling Green, those kind of things. Why will you? Why is it important to you to play these kind of games?
Because Purdue doesn't, we just don't have the fear to go in and think we're gonna lose. Nobody wants to go there because they just assume they're gonna lose, and, you know, I've been ingrained when I was a student athlete there, always play against the best because you're gonna be the best. And, you know, right now our RPI is 9, and it's because of what we've done, being on the road and playing and winning. You take that risk, but I have a lot of confidence. It's the only way we're gonna get better. If we're beating teams by 40 or 50, we're not getting any better. So I think that's been ingrained in me as a student athlete, and then we've come here and we've always been a top 20 team, so that's the only way we're gonna get better.